Is my shit on? I don't even know if my mic's on. I think it is. Yeah, it's on. Sweet. But just getting some more pings out. I'll piss off Summit. I don't care. Hey Lab, how's it going, dude? Oh, Loso's here. Hey Loso, how's it going? Yeah, so we have this that's going to be at the end of the stream. I'm not doing that. I actually did make a full-on ranking list for 1 through 12 and 35s and 30s, so stay tuned for that. What am I listening to? I hear your voice. Alright. Let's see here. Just gonna turn down this music. Oops. It is actually very loud in my ear. Alrighty, so ducks, get my drawing thing up. Okay. Ah, shit. Okay. Sorry, just getting stuff. So yeah, so just like the last few weeks, we're going to be going over some games that were played this past weekend. First up, we have Sixth and Taco. I have to read the chat somewhat. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting into, or this was a banner vein. It actually was a really good game. Mid-cap flipped a bunch of times. It was, kind of interesting. But yeah, off this opener, I think this is like the nearest screenshot that we get. Okay, we get this. This is maybe a little bit better towards... Okay, I'm just kind of trying to zoom in here. One thing that like a lot of Axis teams like, I'm very always curious about Axis and Canal Crossing. I always wonder if like where a team wants to place their P4, if it's somewhere up there or somewhere on the north side of customs. I think the right play is south, just because if you do kill the allied medium, you can get in the hard cap a little bit better. I'm just gonna fast forward this of what everybody does. This Taco almost does get a rocket snipe here. That's Snoochie in a bush. I saw that Discord notification. Now, okay, I actually have to I'll bring that up once I get to it. I think I have to get to the 25-minute mark. So Taco doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. One thing that I actually will go to Taco's point of view right now. This is from Casanova's view. Taco does like a very interesting like start, or their strat, I should say. Is they bring, I think 1, 2, like 5 tanks. I think they bring like 2 heavy or 2 recons and 2 lights, which is interesting. I do have to go back to where I was though. I'll go back to it later. Fuck it, I don't care. That was almost a good rocket snipe right there from whoever that was on Taco. Very predictable that ally or Axis will do that. I feel like Taco makes a slight mistake. Actually, they don't do a slight mistake. That's actually fine. I wish they would have drove the truck back up north that way. That would have been, you know, better control for them. One thing I do have to point out is loop right here. You don't want to be an MG guy in this situation. You want to be you don't want to be MG. You want to be like a guy with an STG, because loop should be back like where Segovia is or General is, like over there, just like spraying this entire area. I feel like that's a tiny misplay from him, but obviously he tries to like take opportunity to maybe burn some early OPs, which, you know, it's still, you know, not a bad play that Loop does right here, but, you know, having just an SCG is way better than bracing with an MG. So you got a Greyhound and a Stuart here. Greyhound's actually playing that smart off the opener, just a little safe. You know, both the tanks are looking down this road. I almost want to bring, if I was Taco, bring the Stuart facing this way, so he gets this line of sight down here. I feel like it's kind of pointless for this Stuart to be looking this way, because, like, yeah, you're just challenging the Lux, but, like, you can't do shit against the Lux. Like, and plus, this Greyhound's looking this way anyways. So, like, you're just looking at the same light signs. It's just, like, a waste of resources. Oh, here comes Dan with the supply truck. That's kind of awkward. Just gets blown up right away. Kind of a waste of a supply truck, in my opinion. And I think around this time is when I want to go to Taco. Actually, I want to go to Taco's stream somewhere, because I want to see what they do on the north side. I think it's somewhere over here in this section. Because I'm kind of questioning where they brought their tanks to. Okay, so you see this map right here. This light tank is way... Yeah, he would have gotten bodied by the P4, but, like, you can still back up in time. It's just... It's a... I don't know. It's like, give and take. I just feel that you're kind of useless, though, Looney, when, like, two tanks are looking at this same exact thing, but maybe 5 more meters of visibility for each. That's about it. Have you seen Leb's GIF? No, I don't want to see Leb's GIF. It's probably terrifying. I feel like Taco, this is very late for your light. They have a light and a Greyhound up here in the north. That seems very late for them to be up there in the north. You'll kind of see it later once, I think, War destroys the light or the recon tank. Yeah, like right here. I think maybe it's Terry or Nui. I think Nui destroys this recon. Yeah, he just, or maybe that's the, is that the Stuart? No, that is the Stuart. Yeah, that's a Stuart that he kills. I feel like, okay, now hindsight's 2020, obviously, all the time in the game of Hello Loose, but this is the screenshot that I wanted. This light tank should have been here way sooner, in my personal opinion, and he should have at least been like somewhere in this section a little bit, just to get more aerial or just more cover of this right here. Because if Taco locked that down, 6 can't move like past this section right here. We can make it to get this Rex idiot gif. But the Stewie getting sniped. Yeah, well, he shouldn't, he was also late there. If he was not late, I mean, you also have to worry about this tank over here too, the medium. So like, I kind of get why they played behind this hedge, but like, at the same time, like, they were extremely late. You should not take this time unless they got stuck in a trench, which is a possibility. But obviously this is still good for Axis to be up here. I just feel like with all your infantry support, you're not going to really cross this field like effectively, especially at the start of a game. So just having that support from, you know, some armor like early, even though the armor got absolutely dicked on. But that's all from that side of Casanova stream that I'm going to use. I'm just going to use... this is going to be a long stream, by the way. Just letting you all know. Oh, again, right here. So I think this medium actually gets penned once from Taco from the P4. Right here, I think he does... Yeah, he gets penned right here. I get that there's 2 guys on the back of this tank. I like lawn things. I know you do. I know he gets, like, there's 2 guys repping, and that's fine and all. Like, that's obviously their job to do that. But what the fuck is the point of this rep station, then, if for your Taco? I I had the truck route pushing north edge, but someone changed it, which is frustrating. I mean, you guys still made it across on the north, which is what you want. That's like the main goal. As long as the server's not fucky, you're fine. It's always kind of iffy when you play like on those kind of servers, though. Like if we were to play on Australian, if I was to play on an Australian server, I would have been probably drowned. But like this rep station, I feel like is just out of place. It should be over here, in my personal opinion, because it's obviously out of range. It's just repairing the stupid fucking truck, which I don't know. I just feel like that's a little bit of a misplay by this tank and the positioning of the rep station from Taco. But obviously Six doing a good job of having control up here and control of this area right here. The big thing is this building where Bonbon and Mr. Lucrative, I think that's how you say his name. I can't really tell because the quality's not the best right now. You want that control. If you get control of that house, you're going to control this point. It just sucks that the MGs kind of suck in that house as far as mounting. Because if MGs can mount with no limits, oh. I tried a Leb OP in the bush. So then 6 is starting the recap, which is actually really good for being this early, I think. Like 6 is doing a good job of just clearing up to the trenches. Puma sadly dies. Just gonna zoom up a little bit until kind of this point. I wish I could see more of what's going on at the map edge. Maybe I'll see in a little bit. Okay, there we are. Yeah, this is a little bit of a problem from 6. You have no one here. That's just kind of a problem, just having no one there. You at least want, like, you know, 2 people here. Maybe 1 MG, 1 guy with a, Yeah, it's not Ziki when Taco shoots a rocket, tank shell, or any arty in third story every minute. Well, yeah, wait, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I feel like this is just a little, like, I get all you, like, here's, like, the one thing that, like, I feel like is still, like, a big problem with comp on console is not everybody needs to be in hard cap to cap a point. I think we've seen that plenty of times. The best example, I hate to bring this up for XHLE, is the Foy West Bend game. The amount of times that they were contesting not even in hard cap was insane on that map. So like it's possible to start capping a point, but obviously you need some kind of cap progress within the hard cap. But like you need like an MG or somebody right here because Leon is just gonna run and maybe try to wipe out some OPs. I mean, there's a Lux here, but you know, okay, Sharnhorse spawns, thank God, and see that's fine for him to hold that. Sorry, Looney. What am I listening to? I'm actually surprised that these guys are still trying to repair the tank. Probably because the medium is still up. I assume once the medium dies, like the P4 dies, they get off the medium tank. This Lux, nice play by the Lux right here, but obviously he's going to go down to this medium. Yeah, I mean, that's the play you want to do if you're the Lux. It would have been nice if he could, you know, go up here, maybe wipe out the OPs on there, but, you know. I think he shows his map soon after this. Yeah, right here. This is fine. I'm very surprised not to see a garrison down back here. I assume the garrison up here got destroyed at some point, and then trying to get that north is gonna be a bitch if you're 6th. Not gonna lie. I'm also shocked. I think people spawn up here and then go north? But this is actually a good setup. Oh, one thing when I was watching this back is I'm surprised for any of you six boys in here why a garrison was not built somewhere in like H3, G3, mostly in H3, just somewhere along this hedgeline up here. The reason why I say that is because if these OPs get wiped up here and they cross this bridge, it's going to be hard to reclaim this back. And pushing from up here is just going to be kind of like a bitch. That's just my personal opinion, because like you have to flank basically all the way around here just to, you know, counter them back. But I feel like, you know, a thing up like a garrison, something up here would be like a nice little, like, you know, you can clear it out. We're doing a no Gary challenge. Well, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Garys, but no, I'm just saying, like, you kind of want to. It's like, it's not really hindsight. It's also customs is your next point as well. So, like, you know, that also counts for something. And I assume Nukes is going to build his garrison right here. But you also do want, you know, since it's lined up like this is like your defense point now. Like, you want something in the G and H3 sectors. Like, a little bit. But I don't know, because it's easier to collapse on point too. Like if Taco, like, off the start of the rip, or like, you know, when they, you know, because they're gonna eventually like recap, it's easier to collapse back on point when you have a garrison up there, is what I'm trying to also say too. Like, it's an easier reset. 6 is our kryptonite. Unfortunately, that is a really reality, Kimbo. But, you know, you guys always have some good games. They've always been entertaining, always down to the wire. We can always guarantee that every game in Division 1 is going to be a banger of a game. We might have also gotten the first 4-1 of the season, like, ever, probably in D1. Just going to speed up a little bit. Oh, look at Dan go. Oh, Dan died. See Snow pop off. Let's go Snow. Gets one and gets absolutely shit on. I'm actually surprised that, like, Taco's not really capping this. Nothing really going on here that I really quite see. That P4, is that a tiger? I want to say that's a P4. Oh, that's a tiger right there. I almost... Hold on. I want to say this is a P4, right? Am I right in this? 6 players, am I right at this mark? Is that the P4 still? Let's get a snow cam moving forward. Is that a P4 or is that a tiger? Because I know this is the tiger right here. That's one tiger. I just don't know if that's another tiger or if that's a P4. I assume that's a P4. I would honestly switch these out. No 7 cav coverage. I would switch these tanks out because this tank's gonna... That's not a Sherman. That's a P4. God damn it. Why do caches not... Why do caches not... Because it's very bad on console. Like, it's very jittery. Like, it's very jittery. P4? Okay. I get the, like, aggression with P4 because you're in hard cap right now, but I would almost want to switch it out where the tiger's at, because the tiger can at least, you know, put up a fight against a lot more. It can absorb more damage. Obviously, you want to protect your heavy tanks, but, you know, right now this tiger's just kind of useless, just taking up space. I think he's repping right now, but still. Like, I would almost, like, want to swap them out. Obviously, like, I don't want to put... I'm not putting lasers on. I'd almost want to swap them out, but obviously, like, it's kind of like a team call type thing. Also, I have to tell Gusket this. He needs to put his overlay on the bottom more, because you can kind of tell down here that there's a little bit of a gap. I don't want to call him out, but I'm very detailed like that. I don't even know where Artie's hitting. Oh, there it's hitting up there. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so this is just like not taking this. The line is just basically like that. It's very interesting. I'm very surprised. Oh god, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Welcome Adam to the chat. Oh god, not the streamers list. Six doing or Taco doing a good job challenging the North. See, like this is like something that Taco does well. Fuzzy, Leon, and Leon's squads up here, they're always gonna stick up here in the North. They're gonna be very committed to sticking up here and pushing everything that, you know, the 6 guys has here, and that's something that like teams need to stick to all the time. Just for you newer teams or maybe less experienced teams, stick to your game plan. Don't shy away from it, even if you're getting farmed by Artie for 30 times in a row. I also think I thought of this once. I really wish Taco would have brought like a tank by up here. I feel like that would have been a little bit better of a spot. You get more crossfire in everywhere. You get different just angles too. Plus, like, one thing that like people don't also consider when you're in like tanks like this, like obviously like Taco has their own strats. So I'm not here to like, you know, shit on anybody's strats or anything, because obviously they have been playing the game longer than me at this point. I just fucking cast games nowadays. No, I'm not gonna rewind. You're probably dead right now, actually, in this shot. You kind of want your tanks to be a little bit more spread out maybe than this, especially on this point. I would say right here, the only reason for that, if there's like I don't know if like a Tiger has an angle from right here, but if a Tiger has an angle on this, he can just like pan over in like 2 seconds and then get shots onto this 76. If he was over here, he would have to pan over so much more to get an angle shot. And like, you know, in the game of Hell Loose, especially in tank fights, that 1 second does count. Like, it matters a shit ton. Because like right here, like this Tiger can, you know, shoot right here and then turns like for like not even half a second and has, you know, line of sight onto this tank. Like he can easily see both these in his barrel, I assume. But like if this Tiger was like, or this 76 was over here, that's definitely a lot more time that he has to turn his turret. Unfortunate miss there. It probably would have killed that 76. I thought that was a 75 for a second because smoke just got fired out of nowhere. Oh, how did Taco just take this? Oh, they're kind of just brute forcing into hard cap, to be honest. This is smart, like I said. Getting a different angle, support your infantry. This is a nice play by Taco here. Yep, Taco's gonna get this cap. Muskets in the stratosphere. It's just kind of a grind then from here on out. Like, it's always going to be contested. I want to see when 6 kind of gets wiped out. Yeah, I don't know how this SL got behind them, but this is... I wish... does he bring up his map anytime soon? Okay, right here, maybe? this is what I mean by having that garrison back here. I don't know where 8, like, okay. 8 squad walked from right here and either went straight north like that. The amount of time that it took him to do that, if there was a garrison right there, that would have been so much easier to reset on. Obviously, you guys would have, like, the 6 guys would have easily been like, oh, maybe their OP is, like, you know, somewhere right here. Maybe they have a garrison right there or something. Like, this is what I kind of mean by having a garrison up here in the north. You always kind of want that garrison up there in the north. I just, like, especially with customs being your point, I can understand if it was, whatever this fucking point is, like, rail crossing or something like that. I don't really know. I don't really care. But, like, you need a garrison up here in the north. Like, it's very underrated. Like, you need one up here in the north. It would have collapsed more down onto this. You would have supported, you know, these guys a little bit more. It's just easier for resets. Now, obviously, if this garrison gets burned, you don't want to build it on that side of the river, but, you know, sometimes you just have to work with it. Because, you know, Taco's just infiltrating, like, your backline at this point. There's Leb just camping in the church. Definitely needs it. He needs to pray to God. God needs to be with who? Jesus Christ. Wait, I just realized something. Can you jump onto that? Can you jump onto this boat right here? Off the bridge? Can you do that? I just realized that. I have no idea. I'm also shocked that Taco almost didn't cap this point. This is, like, as soon as this Gary goes down, you guys are running for a very long time. This is what I mean. Like, this is like the oh shit Gary, and you don't have one somewhere, like, somewhere back here. You have to go off the boats back across. You have to come up from the streets up north. You gotta go from this Gary this way. Like, at least have 2 in your sector defense. Again, I'm not gonna harp on that anymore, but, like, it's yeah, you guys got a bunch of OPs, but, like, you know, it's pretty, like, you guys are maybe a little bit favored as far as numbers now, but, like, you have 2 SLs. That could be 12 people within, like, 30 seconds, you know what I mean? 30 to 40 seconds. And, like, if you guys don't win your gunfights and they wipe out an OP or 2, that just comes like a snowball effect. Taku committed to 4th cap. Yeah, if they would have committed to, I didn't even see this. There's a 3rd squad lead here. If, you know, if Leon, Jelly, there's 4 squad leads right here. If they all get guys to swap their OPs, you guys would have been in a very bad situation, because that point can be a bitch to take back. Customs can actually be a very rough point to take back on, because you really can't, you know, hard flank around this entire section. Like, that's just kind of, okay, bye, Rom, see you later. He's not gonna really like my my stream about him. You don't need to delete your message, Rom. It's okay. It's all constructive here. But I want you guys to succeed at the highest level, and I want everyone to win. See, now this looks like absolute ass for 6, dude. This looks like shit. This is bad. This is bad, dude. Like, if Taco keeps these OPs up, like, this is bad. The fortunate thing for 6th here is they have actually this to work with, because the tanks really can't push across the water. Like, that's the one thing I think it kind of saves 6th on this point a little bit, is the tanks couldn't really cross the river as well. So, like, it kind of works in the 6's defense a little bit here. But I think they slowly get wiped off the point. And then 6 is starting the recap out of nowhere. This is starting to look like a pub lobby. Yeah, like this looks like a fucking pub lobby from the 6 side of view. Well, not really, because they actually have garrisons up, but, you know, P squad probably going to build a garrison up here. Still no garrison up in the north, but, you know, hindsight's 2020. At least one garrison's back there for some sort of reset. Dude, I wish they made boats and held it loose, especially for Remagen, to get some troops across. That would've been sick. Yeah, I can do that. I can send that message to Cap. I also need to tell some of the casters too to like there needs to be a little bit more guidelines as far as I don't want to say guidelines, just more suggestions in game. I wish everyone could stream in 1440p, by the way. It just looks so much better. I'm just gonna skip a lot forward. I know there's a portion. What the fuck happened here? Is this a dead tank? Oh, that's so unfortunate, dude. One trick to get across the map is to actually just look at your map when doing this, because sometimes you can get, you know, fucked up with the how dark the water is. But that's so unfortunate right there. Did someone just satchel the garrison and 76? That's a huge, no, it's a huge satchel, dude, by war. See, that's what you need though. Also, I don't know why the 76, like, this should have been communicated with Fuzzy and this tank crew. Be like, hey, you're probably satcheled. Okay, it was communicated, but it's too late. That's, yeah. How does Taco almost fumble the bag here? I'm assuming, I'm not going to go to Casanova's side, but I assume a garrison for Taco's right there. And probably one... Is there one in Canal? No, it can't be in Canal. Probably one there, one in the lead up there. I just feel like that garrison will get fucked. Farmer destroying some ammo. Very underrated play. People really don't destroy ammo, if I'm going to be honest. You guys just kill a 76 with that? What tank was that? I don't know what tank that was. Probably a lighter medium. This is a nice play by Leb here, getting across the water. I'm very surprised, to be completely honest, that Taco kind of let 6 kind of just walk this way. I'm very surprised by that, to be completely honest. Why is someone drowning in the water? Did they die in the water? Oh no, you're crossing the water, thank God. I'm very surprised by this from Taco, because it's like, this seems like they can collapse on this so easily from 3 different angles. Taco ever bring in another tank down here in the south? Because it seems like all their tanks are like somewhere up here. I'm just surprised they didn't bring one down here. Yeah, I mean, factory's a key point. It's probably just as important as that 3-story. I love this play by the Lux. That's a really nice play. It's probably one of my favorite plays from this match, to be completely honest. This Lux lock you down this side street. Then you guys are slowly overrunning this over the factory. Trojan as medic goes down. Is it the map? Jesus, Adam, go to bed. There's no Gary sub up here, but I'm not gonna really just shame you guys on garrisons because it probably could have just been destroyed. Where's the Taco artillery? That's what I want to know. Like, if Taco artillery just hit like this section right here, that would have been it. Just, yeah, that makes sense. It just got taken out. But like, if it's okay, it is slamming right there. I think I just saw it. Just slam down. Yeah, it's slamming right there. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Oh, and Monkey Tennis is using a bombing run as well. Don't necessarily agree with that bombing run, to be honest, but maybe he thought it was worse than it was. Backpack somehow screaming across. I feel like this is a big fumble from Taco, is letting sticks across this. You need people watching across the river. Even if shit's going south here, you need people watching this area right here. Yeah, like, still having like Lawless back here and a few other guys for Taco. It's very... I feel so bad for 6 tankers in this match. Because that should not have happened. I think one thing that like we saw, especially in the Taco Legion game, is Taco will put OPs next to their tanks. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit... It's going to be, you know, map dependent and point dependent, but, you know, you kind of don't expect that when you're 6 tankers, I feel like. But even still, I feel like defensive squad should have put OPs there. Maybe they did, it just got burnt. And they didn't realize until it's too late. Malarkey was angry. Yeah, Malarkey was probably not happy. How does 6 cap this? Oh, they kind of just brute force their way in from the north. I'm sorry, I didn't really watch this game because it was like 4 a.m. and I was fucking drunk as shit. So this is a huge play by War here. Taking 1 OP, gets a kill, gets another OP, kills 2, but then unfortunately dies. That's probably one of the plays of the game, if I had to say so myself. That 2 OP run, but I don't know why there's 2 OPs within 5 meters of each other, but, you know, I'm not going to nitpick Taco for that. Only here for power rankings. Power rankings will be in a little bit. Okay, this is the play that I feel like could have been fucking massive. You cap mid. I don't know exactly... When did this airhead land? You're not going to see when it lands, but anyways. Alias does get a spawn wave at 1208. Get a massive cap here. This is what I mean by everyone focuses the hard cap. Yes, you want bodies in the hard cap. This garrison probably should have been like, it's a weird garrison. Maybe by your OP, maybe, or up here, maybe up there. But this is what I mean by like tunnel visioning to the hard cap. And this is like the prime example of this. Everybody from 6 that's going to spawn on the garrison or that airhead is just going to immediately run the hard cap. Now, obviously, Taco's going to spawn in mass, but, you know, Maxi is going to maybe go back, find a garrison. Bun backpack, obviously kind of trying to spread out. Like, you want bodies in the hard cap. Like, you want bodies, obviously, here. You want the majority in here. But, you know, you want some people right here crossing the road over here where backpack's at. Maybe someone in this trench looking, you know, to the north. Yeah, you just want to put pressure on one of our front line to push up. See, that's not a bad idea to do that, but you also commit it seems like you guys committed maybe a squad too much. Because you didn't clear out your sector still. Like, that's what you still want to do. Like, you want to apply pressure, but you also want people to clear out your sector. I feel like this bombing run was just kind of... I don't want to say useless, because you also have to think there's 9 minutes left in this game, and you're still capped. This is a very unfortunate death here by the engineer trying to get a satchel on that tank. Hey, Malarkey. Yeah, I was sleeping during this, believe it or not. That bombing run was kind of useless because there's, you know, less than 10 to go, and you're not going to get that again. That's a huge advantage for Taco, and they almost take advantage of that, obviously. Because you're just getting kills with that. It's not going to be meaningful impact. Now, not all bombing runs are going to be, you know, impactful. It's a nice kill there. I think that was a 76. Yeah, that was a 76. That's a huge kill for Taco there. I'm just going to zoom up a little bit. Just going to flip back and forth. 6 doing a good job getting on the back end. Now, if you're also 6 in the situation, spawn back here and come this way across the bridge. You're going to be in hard cap as soon as you cross the bridge, obviously. But, like, getting, like, 3 guys to run across the bridge would be massive right now. You would wipe out all the OPs that are by the factory. Yeah, see, like, all those guys spawning back there? Like, there's like, what, 3-4 OPs back here? If I would look at Cass's stream, you would see a little bit better. And this is where just, like, fucking Taco tries to pull the LGN less than 3-minute strat. I'm just gonna finish this game out until it's basically mathematically over. It was probably one of the most entertaining games. That Ricochet was amazing, by the way. See, they're still spawning back there. Good pressure, though, from Crunchy Napkin and all those people. That's what you want. But at the same time, if you're Taco, you can't really afford to, like, fully reset on defense here. You have to go for mid. So they're not going to send too much back here. This is the proper amount to send back to wipe you guys out. That's a smart play by them because they're just going to go all the fuck in. If Taco Artillery was slamming the Gary like consistently, they probably could have won this game, if I had to be honest. Or if they would have took out this medium tank as well. Because this was a fucking nail biter right here, dude. Mathematically, it was over with 5 seconds left. It was close. I think once you guys get that, what's it called? Once you get that small little, like, defend, I think that's when you guys won it. It's coming up. Like, that's an insane amount of fucking people on the screen, dude. Holy shit. Also, I have to say this, though. When all these people spawn in, and if your OP is burnt, put your OP down. Like, obviously, there's a minute left, but, like, it saves you, like, an extra spawn wave. It'll save you that extra, you know, 10, 15, 20 seconds of spawning in. Because, like, I guarantee you, like, 5 people just died that didn't put down their OP. I think you guys get a defense right here soon. It's like, dude, that's fucking close. And right around here. Yep, that defense, I think, sealed it. Yep, now it sealed it. But, dude, that was fucking close as shit. But on to the next game, which is MERC Exodus. on Utah Beach. Tried Pawtucket Artillery. Yeah, I mean, you have to at least try, but I saw a bunch of squad leads just run around. I mean, a lot of happens in that moment. You're not thinking, oh, I need to put down my OP like ASAP. You're like, oh, I gotta fucking, spawn in. Yeah, Chapel. It's gonna be a. I gotta mute because I don't want. Up the dirty leads. Smithers is a good caster, by the way. He has the best voice of all the casters, I think, game-wide. I'm not going to talk too much about the opener for this. I think MERC said that... Libby said that he actually sniped a truck. I'm pretty sure. Just watch Libby at the top of your screen here, up in the north. I'm pretty sure he snipes a truck in this area. You'll kind of see it get hit. Yeah, like right there. You kind of see it get hit. Yeah, right there. It gets hit. Pretty sure Libby sniped that. I'm actually very surprised by MERC's opener here. They put a lot in the north, which you do want a lot in the north still. Should I start casting? You would get canceled within the first 5 minutes, Sleb. The south is what you want to control, and that's obviously what EXO wanted to control, because they're capping it right now, and it's all, non-hard cap presence. Go back to that map real quick. Like, okay, this kind of looks like shit. Maybe a lot of people are dead. I'm just trying to see if I see anything out of the norm. It's actually not that bad for MERC. I just wish these OPs, like, I don't know, it's like M and C, were more down in here. Grandma's house, Eugenius. Yeah, I know it's Grandma's house, but you have 2 SLs up there, and I think this SL then put on their OP. Realistically, you only need 2 SLs up there. It depends on how much you get overrun, but these, like, some OPs, like in this section, like, you need a little bit, maybe a little bit more south. It's a good rocket there by Lewis. That Lux played way too fucking aggressive, by the way, in my opinion. If you're gonna play that aggressive, hide over here. But I really don't know where you would honestly hide. Honestly, bring the Lux up north. Yeah, bring the Lux up north next time. I would not go south. But, like, this is a fuck ton of guys from EXO. They did a good job taking this. I feel like it would have got wiped out a lot sooner if MERC got more guys in the south. Which they finally are. They're getting 3 SLs down there, so they recognize that early. I want to criticize this Lux. Probably should be backing up at this point. And also should be more to the north up here. Because you want to contest Grandma's, and, like, this is just asking to die, because they could just sneak up right here, and then obviously that's what they did and killed you. If they didn't get that truck, we'd cap. I mean, hindsight's 2020. I mean, how the fuck do you guys have control of the chapel? The issue is Fatal, Red Devil, Rylux, Silver Newer coming up in the south. Like, I assume Brittle and Go Piss are going to go up north, or maybe they'll help south. I don't exactly know. No, they are going to, support the outer ring of the hard cap. Like, dude, that's a... Hold on. Let me see that map again. How many MERC OPs got wiped? Holy shit, dude. That's a lot of MERC OPs that got wiped in this section right here. Yeah, so obviously MERC knows where EXO is in this situation. Artie's landing right here. We're 20 seconds late. No, their truck got sniped, Looney. It actually got sniped by Libby. Good Gary layout for A. Honestly, you want one up there if possible, but obviously, you don't want to risk you dying in the supply truck, I assume. Not a bad Gary layout whatsoever. Recon tank in the back line. Yeah, just like I feel like this truck down here, instead of going right here where you went, just go from right here to like down here maybe. Because you're gonna still, because like the thing is, you get the same amount of cap weight of being right here as you are down here. So like if E Squad, if that's where the truck was, if the truck went there, and G and L, like this would be like a good opener to have if you're Merc, to have these OPs like this. Maybe, you know, obviously maybe one up here because you're gonna get there before them, but you want to control that south a little bit more than the north. Obviously still control Grandma's house, but I think Merc then caps here. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on right here. I think where did that Stuart come from? I feel like instead of challenging this Lux, maybe just run away to the north up here or to the west. Because the thing that plays in the mind of a lot of people is they're like, there's a Lux in our back lines, we gotta go send AT to kill it, and you send like 2 to 3 guys that kill a Stuart tank. I keep on saying Lux. I'm just gonna make sure my... Just let this play a little bit. I'm just gonna turn down the music a little bit. Okay, it's fine. I don't think the music's too loud. Also, if you're EXO in this situation, I would almost want to say, yeah, get your OPs over here on this side of the road, but you're gonna get probably wiped. Your OPs wiped if you don't hit your shots and don't die to Artie. Some pretty, yeah, Weatherman's hitting that. It's good for Merc to get that garrison up right away. I assume they're gonna get one by Grandma soon. You want one up there, one down here, probably one over here. It's kind of the nice little Gary layout that I would go with. Let's zoom up a little bit. One guy contesting the point. Just gonna zoom up. I'm just gonna zoom up a lot. Stuart up here in the north. I'm pretty sure that Stuart kills something. Oh, that garrison got wiped right away in the south. Holy shit. Tank's in a good spot. Yeah. I mean, the same can go for allies, though, Kimbo, too. The one good one, honestly, for Axis is Chapel. For recap, at least. At least for recap, Chapel is, like, a lot more doable than the other two. Stuart back here. You know, EXO's doing a good job by taking out the garrisons. I feel like if they committed, you know... I don't know if they ever did, if they committed anything up here. But I think that's WN4? Is that 4 or 7? I don't remember. But if they would have committed more people up in the far, far north to challenge more and then have like a conjoint push, this is fucking hilarious, dude. This church just says fuck. Fuck that. I wish Sharpie would have ran over Rylux there in the Stuart. I don't know how the Steward is just still alive, dude. Dito, like this is stupid right here, dude. This is dumb. This Stewart's a fucking champion. What am I watching? How the fuck is this Stewart alive, dude? This is comp hella loose, by the way. Jesus Christ. That was the dumbest fight I've ever seen. I watched this live, but fucking hell, it's hard. That's so hilarious to see back. I gotta see, because this happened a lot. Okay, so they do, you know, they do commit more north, which is, I think, part of some of the play. Good arty there by Weatherman. Very smart arty player. Very good arty player. This is good by MERC too right here. This is really good by MERC, having an OP up here. They should honestly set up a garrison way up here in the north somewhere. Just for an easy collapse down in the south if they do this push again. I'm very surprised. I'm also not surprised though, since Omaha or like Utah is a lot more open of a map. If MERC just takes one SL and goes like all the way around here, gets their OP somewhere like, you know, in this section or even up here in the north, what you want for if you're like a sapper crew, get your OP somewhere like in the opposite of the next point. So like since it's Saint Marie and LeGrand, don't put your OP right here, put it somewhere up here. Love putting it in this little, I don't know, like Boxton Forest area. Put your OP there, and you can easily, like, you know, go from here, maybe lay some mines down from the HQs. But I don't think MERC does that this entire game until maybe in the later half. Obviously, it's still early game. You want to clear your sector. Nothing's cleared yet, but, you know, just having those few guys, and even, like, you know, recon at the same time too, that are non-flare boys. Make recon great again. Also, this is a mistake by MERC not having an MG on top of this, just to, you know, spray this little, you know, waterway. You know, you can overlook this entire area essentially. Like, this is where a lot of like EXO's push came in from, was up there. Obviously MERC is recognizing that, and, you know, they're getting taken out, but just having an MG on there will, you know, fucking cut this shit off. I really didn't know words right there. Just gonna zoom up a little bit. There's Raz in the middle of the field by some smoke. Are they shooting arty on Raz? They are. Fuck it. Not anything too bad from either team. They're playing it how they're supposed to play these 2 points. MERC is having a really good line up here, You know, obviously this is going to be a little bit tougher to control in this little middle area, but, you know, that's really good. Guys up in the north. Make sure they don't wrap around. There's just a Greyhound just roaming around for some reason, doesn't die to any AT. I'm surprised there's not a lot of AT. I'm actually going to zoom up a little bit more. Oh, here goes Raz. I feel like this tank is playing way out of position right here. The only reason is you're working with a vertical hedge that you're with. So, like, if there's like a, you know, let's say a 76 that combs right here, obviously you're gonna like pull up right here, but they can have like another 76, you know, stationed right here, and they'll easily get you into a crossfire no matter where you go. If I was this tiger, go right here. It's a lot safer, you know. You're gonna get arty the shit, and everybody around you is gonna get arty the shit, but you know, as soon as like you get hit from like a tiger that could be here, or a 76 that could be here or here, you just back up this way, and then you're kind of more or less completely safe bearing a P strike. Like you're just a little exposed. I think he's gonna back up into that position right now, but not a good position to put yourself in though in general. I see there's another tiger coming. I don't know where Smithers is going. Oh, there's a recon. Recon harassing the Merc backlines. Just pretty much, you know, 50 to 75 meter engagements. Then they slowly get closer. I want to go to the Merc column push next. Merc doing a good job using AT guns. That's something that EXO I didn't really see do in this game when I was watching it live. They don't really put any AT guns. This is a good garrison. This is smart as fuck by Sharpie. Like this tank crew did really fucking well. This is the MVP of the game, by the way, in my opinion. I think they did. I'm not going to show them taking out a 76 because it's like, oh well. This is the airhead combined with the garrison. Merc getting really aggressive on this gamble here. But EXO does a good job of pretty much countering this. 76 did die to Angry Devil. That's huge. Yeah, but also on the flip side for Merc, this chapel point looks like dog shit right now. Like, this looks terrible. Because it feels like Merc is trying to force them, like force a cap here, and they're doing a good job by it. But at the same time, your own front line's getting also wiped out because you guys probably made the call, hey, go on the airhead and garrison, go on the OPs, swap to it. But then, you know, those SLs that are in the, you know, protecting everything get wiped, or the garrisons in the south do. But obviously, you're going to put the, you know, make EXO basically hard reset. I thought this was a good timed, you know, breakups. Don't let EXO get too comfortable, gain some momentum. That was a good shot, though, by that Tiger crew. Garrison on the front door is wild. I'm pretty sure this is where Merc is going to get their 3 Tiger push, or 376 push. I keep saying Tiger. Trying to skip to that. Yeah. So you got one Tiger here, one Tiger going to pull up in the south, and this other Tiger on the opposite side of this hedge, probably going to be parking right there. If I'm EXO, you got to build some AT guns, guys. You can't really let them do this to you with 3 Tigers. Also, did EXO ever use a P strike in this situation too? I don't know if they did. I feel like EXO should have used the P strike here. At least try it. If it hits, that's fucking massive. If it doesn't, well, it's better to use it than not. It's at your disposal. Maybe it was on cooldown. Maybe they didn't have the resources for it. Not sure if that was an AT gun. No, it's probably rep station. Yeah, these are a lot of these are rep stations and shit. I think that was an AT gun, but like, I feel like just building more AT guns. Like, you can pen the side of a 76 with the Panzer Shrek 2. Just letting these tanks just kind of roll up, it's not a good sign. Like, one right here would be really massive. I know Collapse is back here on the AT gun doing his thing, but for some reason redeploys. I guess he didn't have line of sight. Wasn't going to get line of sight. Maspa doing a good play there. Look at the map real quick again. I mean, you just... I mean, it's hard. It's a very good push. It's a very well thought out good push. I mean, not much you can do against 376s when you have one Tiger. If he peeks once, he might get one of the 76s, but he will die. Technically it's an even trade, but it's not really an even trade, especially with already falling down. It's going to blow up those rep stations any second. Airhead's coming down too. And they will get the cap eventually. Just overrunning EXO on the point. Like, you guys do, like, EXO's doing a good job of, like, you know, kind of wrapping around them. I don't know exactly where all the 76s. Is there two right here? I can't really tell. Hold on, this is 1040p. Yeah, so there's two 76s right here. Where's this? Oh, the third one's right here. Okay. Go to the sixth. But like, you have, like, look at the loadouts you guys have. You have two support. Ghosted is rifleman for some reason. I don't know why you're rifleman. You might as well use STG. Jax AT, Kale, Auto, Fleas, STG. I mean, shit. I feel like, you know, if Hangman or Rat Kane were AT right now, they could, you know, really do some damage to these 76s. No, they could have at least. A panicked tank crew is when they get hit, even if it's tracks. So even if you just track them, like, they get fucking... They get antsy. It's all about mind games, too. I feel like people don't realize that in tanks. As soon as, like, any tank gets sort of hit by, like, anything other than, like, you know, small arms fire, it's... Like, they start to, like, you know... Maybe think ahead a little bit too much. Obviously, that's a cap for MERC. Now, post cap for MERC for tanks, I have no idea where they would want to go. This is an odd point for tanks to play. I feel like holding on this main road, like, they're doing a good job. They're probably going to challenge probably this Lux up here. I would have stuck this tank in the south, kind of on this main road where G Squad's at. Obviously, they probably did lose one eventually. I think one got satcheled, actually. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure they bring the 76 to attack St. Marie approach, but that's just not the play unless you play from, like, back here. I just kind of don't agree with that from MERC, if I'm going to be honest. The tank's just going to be out of any sort of fight for a very long time. Capcom's camping on top of the plane. Recon trying to take out the backline Gary's. MERC. Oh, the tank is going back up north. Okay, I thought he just went straight to St. Marie. That's my mistake there. Where does this MERC airhead come into play? I don't see the point of this garrison down here, if I'm gonna be honest, from MERC. That seems very useless to me. If you're gonna place this garrison down here, place it back here where it's a 30-second burn. But I feel like it's still useless. Like, place it where this box of supplies is. Like, it just seems it just seems useless down here. Like, yeah, you can reset, which is fine, which is good. Like, if you're gonna place a Gary, place a Gary, but it just seems just place it back like 20 30 meters to get a 30-second burn so you can potentially save it. Oh, they have 4 tanks. Okay, so they have heavy there, heavy there, heavy there, heavy on its way. Yeah, because MERC really won the fuel battle, especially in the later half. I know at least one of these 76s has to be like out of ammo. I assume it's this one, kind of just charging around. I mean, you really can't, Snoochie. I will say this: you can't in a competitive game, you can't hate a player for camping in a bush too much. And I'm gonna defend bush camping to some degree here. It's okay. That 76 is out of ammo, just being a nuisance. You can't really complain too much about bush camping for some of it, because you know that person could be waiting for their squad to spawn in, or they're holding out a position for their tank or something to move up, or just something. Like, unless they're legit just, you know, straight out farming in OP, there's like, and I don't know. Well, yeah, because it's funny when you catch someone in the bush. Like, everyone gets memed on it, but like, it's still like, you know, you can't hate someone for doing that too. Or they're just, honestly, also, they're punishing you for having an OP right there, and they're just gonna wait for you to spawn somewhere else. Like, EXO doing a good job for the recap right here. I think this is where MERC makes their mistake, though, of trying to get 4th, or try to go for the 5-0. I'm trying to go to that. Because the problem with trying to go for a 5-0 if you're MERC in this situation is it almost backfired on them. It almost backfired on them. MERC almost threw this game. Yeah, like right here, like, why airhead when your whole sector is getting overrun right now? Like, you have nothing to the south down here, you have nothing to the north, you probably did have something in the north and the south that got wiped. You gotta clear it out somehow. I'm surprised MERC didn't have a garrison bit down here either. But I guess that is their garrison down there in the south. But like, again, this garrison is way too far away. No one's spawning on this garrison to flank around this way. It's just gonna take too long. But like, EXO is putting on the pressure of MERC here. I don't understand why they use this airhead. Probably, obviously, you guys are gonna say to get some pressure so they stop pushing like this. But if there's 10 minutes left. Like, obviously, EXO is going to have something at St. Marie to defend that. But you're also getting overrun, losing the cap race. Like, you guys are getting... Like, MERC is getting overrun. EXO is doing a fucking good job. They didn't have to use the airhead, so they still have that at their disposal. Obviously, a big spawn wave comes in, but... Again, you got nothing to the north and nothing to the south. At this point, just reset for at the midpoint. Just reset at the midpoint. There's 8 minutes left. Don't throw the game, is what I would say. You're gonna keep spawning this garrison, which is fine, but hold on. Like, you're like, if you're American, you're 100% gonna lose this point at this point. You don't have any armor to support you other than, like, obviously this tank back here, but this tank's not in the cap sector. This tank's not in the cap sector. They're on defense. Like, reset this garrison, reset this garrison, reset this garrison. Reset your front line for Legrand take. That's all you have to do. Because they have 2 tanks, 1 Tiger. I don't know if the other one was a Lux or something that just died. I think it was a Lux that just died. But, like, Merc's gonna lose this point 100%. Like, I understand the play with the airhead. I understand the play with the airhead and this tank. First of all, this tank wasn't even in St. Marie approach. What MERC should have done if they wanted that to happen is MERC has to place a garrison right here. Because they could have easily done that. They could have walked in with this tank, placed the garrison right there, had a few guys into the hard cap, then place the airhead or time it so like the airhead lands as you're capturing St. Marie approach. Because that would have forced more of a reset onto Legrand, but at the same time, like, you can't. Obviously, this garrison, I think, got wiped out. They're resetting. Snoochie, why do you think there's no wheat fields on Utah, you dumbass? Jesus Christ. I'm also waiting for the EXO airhead to come in. Like, your front line should have been set probably like 3 minutes before this screen right here. But it's fine. Like, this is still fine. Bombing run airhead comes in. This was all part of the plan. No, it fucking wasn't. I want to know when this airhead comes in. Where does this airhead come in? Oh, that's right. Wait, hold on. So that was the first spawn wave. I think they locked it out for a spawn. Hold on, I gotta pull. Who's tank? Moskva's fucking freaking out right now. You can get you 100% know Moskva's like, why the fuck is there a guy with the satchel right here? Like, and this is what I mean by, like, people get tunnel visioned. Only, like, I would say 10 people need to go by the hard point. Like, I would say all these people go to hard cap. These people go this way. These 3 hunt down this tank, which I think they're all gonna do. Like, you gotta spread out. This is a good push also from the north. This could have been very bad for MERC, dude. This could have been very bad. Tank goes down. Switch to Caparzo's PV. I can bring it up real quick. Hold on. Right here. Yeah, there's the airhead landing. Caparzo's stream is wild. Yeah, Sand Elite's going to it. Like, you guys see it. Also, oh my, what is this? Okay. Shit. Oh, this is a tip for Golden God here. When you're doing a bombing run airhead, at least do it vertical on this or horizontal. Just because either you get a garrison in this line, like basically within this section, so like this point on from this, like that way, it's useless. It's not a good bomb run. Do it north south or like diagonal like that. No, the bomb run was in an awful direction. It should have been north south. Terrible bomb run. This is just a tip. Like I'm not. I mean, it still worked though, so like you can't knock it for that. Santa Elite's on it. Strafing run. Bomb run's coming in. Snoochie, you see the fucking airhead. Snoochie. Snoochie's getting exposed right now. They should be on the airhead. Look at all these guys, dude. There's so many guys around the airhead. They don't see it. Snoochie ran past. How do you guys not see the air? Jay. He's bandaging next to the airhead, dude. It's locked. Okay, I cut off a spawn wave for sure. The fuck, dude? It's free, dude. It's free. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Well, we know who's not playing against Legion next weekend. Oh, Jesus Christ. Satchel's on from Briz, ASAP. Moskva's probably fucking screaming his dick off right now. But it was a good hiding spot. I mean, it blended in with the like darkness of the ground, I guess. But like, this is again like everyone's going to hard cap. Like you also have a tank back here, which is helping Merc out. I honestly, without that tank, I don't think. I mean, EXO would have a much better chance, but with that tank back there, that saved them a lot. They called it destroyed. Snoochie, you were right fucking next to it. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the airhead. If someone has their POV, should send me it. I want to like command chat.
I don't think.
So when does it get called out that it's destroyed? Does Santa call it out? It was destroyed. Oh, you know what? Because of this explosion right there, he probably, because like you know when I think it's like the P strike thing, when like the P strike hits the ground and makes that black dot. Multiple callouts of destroyed. Snoochie. Hold on. Just gonna take a screenshot of that. Okay, so who called it out in command chat then? Someone, okay. Looney, you were in SL. Santa told me and we left. So Santa made the call out. It was destroyed, so he walks away. Snoochie runs past it, stares back at it, misses it. U-Man runs away, misses it. Jamie blind as a fucking bat right now. Like, dude, this is wild. Just stares in the fucking darkness of space. No, not Santa. Who called it out then? Who called it out then? Because the SOs here were Santa, U-Mans, and Dick. Jamie called those destroyed. Did he throw grenades on it? I'm just fucking shocked, dude, that it's almost worked. Alright. Dude. Obviously, it was a bad call. Like, those happen. MERC's weakness equals airheads. Here comes Looney and Legend. They're about to get a spawn wave in their face. Be like, why the fuck is this airhead not down? So they're on the airhead right now. Do you guys destroy it right here? Legend's on it. Legend says, fuck it, we're gonna keep running. About to see a fucking massive spawn wave. That's actually a good airhead spot, though. It's not like near the hard cap, but another big spawn wave on the airhead. I'm just gonna speed this up because I don't care. Does EXO not place OPs? I mean, but you guys still put on good pressure, so, like, I mean, EXO had to go for that. But that's just going to wrap it up then for the MERC game. I mean, nothing, you know, EXO had to go for the win there, so yeah, there's that. Those games. And now for this match. I'm going to do this one pretty quick, because I don't want to spend too much time on it, because I do want to get into the power rankings. This has been going over an hour and a half, basically, at this point. So, ROFS in 3-5. I think this was kind of, you know, I think a little bit of surprise from some people. I think a lot of people had ROFS winning this one. But obviously, I think 3-5 have improved. They showed it in this match that they've improved a lot. Just off the bat, I don't know if people know, but you can build an AT gun somewhere, like in this section. I don't really know where. I think it's either right here, or like somewhere like right in here, where you can build an AT gun to basically snipe right in this section where the truck goes. You see it's a lot in PC games. You can also drive a truck through here as well if you're Axis, but obviously the garrison layout is like this. I would also have one probably up here as a recovery if I'm ROFS.
Can whip out here.
And Caparzo's talking. I don't want to hear you. Sorry, Caparzo. Just gonna zoom up a little bit for this opener. Also, I think 3-5 made a fucking dumb mistake right here. I don't mean to say really dumb. I just think they just did not do a good truck route. And instead of driving up here like that, like what they did, the first bush just immediately cut in this way. One of these teams is gonna get raped in D1. I mean, I feel like 3-5 and ROFS can hold their own. See, like, this is what I mean. Like, this is not a bad decision by, I don't know who is driving this truck, obviously, for 3-5. Like, just driving straight down there, it's not gonna cut it, like, all the way down. Like, cut in this way and then get your OPs down, like, somewhere over here, where you can go more down south and then come back up here and help support the mid cap. But obviously you want to like cut right in this little hedge line. You don't want to go up here. You still have a chance to get truck sniped by the recon tank or medium tank that come down the main road. Like, driving the truck down here is not a good play, in my personal opinion. Do ROFS have any sort of truck over here? I also think this light tank is in a bad spot. It should honestly power rankings for the 4 nations. I will say this, I think every single division actually gets ranked in the power rankings this week. But that Stuart tank should honestly be with this infantry on this road right here. It's incredible that ROFS got this far. But dude, that freaking Stuart needs to be right here. The reason why I say it needs to be right there is they can easily. I also don't want any ROFS and 6 banter in my chat, please. I just want to say that right now. But you know that Stuart can, you know, cover right there and can cover this entire way right there, and that's, you know, what you want. I feel like just bringing up that tank right here, like right where Whisper of Death is, just holding down this line, coaxing these guys, suppressing them, make them move up, wipe these OPs, then all these guys can then wrap around north. Would have been so much easier for Ross if they had that Stuart tank. Obviously, the Stuart tank helps out a shit ton on this mid cap for them because Ross will cap mid first. But this squad down here is going against a full squad of infantry, and okay, so Rofs do have some guys up in the north, or in the south, I should say, or is it south or is it west? I think it's west. Rofs already needs training, can't lose already battle by 100 kills. I mean, it also depends though, like if someone calls for Artie, like for example, if Rofs Artie, let's say is, I don't know if this is Rofs Artie, if Rofs Artie is flashing here, he doesn't know if it's being effective or not. Like it would have been more maybe effective up here in a situation. It's still kind of situational when you have to use Artie at certain spots. I mean, to be fair though, there was a point where like the 3-5 Artie like had like basically 4 half-team kills on their garrison. Probably within like 10 rounds, he killed 100 players in my opinion. So, that's a lot. This Lux playing in a decent position. I don't agree going on the main road right now, but that's just me. Is that a Puma at the top? Okay, if you're a 3-5, bring your Lux in like over here to help challenge this road. That's what you have to do if you're the Lux. Come up here and challenge that road. I think they're doing that with the Puma. Okay, so they do have this right here. It's just late. A tad bit late. I also think it should have been more in this position up there, but hindsight's 2020. Also, P4 playing in a decent position. So they do bring that. Lux. Is that a Lux or is that a Stuart? That has to be a Lux. Okay, so 3-5 playing it right. So okay, maybe instead of that, okay, maybe that's a fine play then from Rofs. Okay, I disregard what I said about this tank. It's actually not that bad. I just feel like with how the Lux got here first, it should have been up here. But I can understand wanting to get hard cap first. Rofs should have some guys there cross-firing into right here. Also, I feel like I always say this, barricade right there, MG, spray, boom, there you go. Nice rep station here by 3-5. That is very, very smart. Nice position here by that Lux. Trying to see. We are going to see the Rofs layout. I just don't know when Scaparzo is going to bring up his map. I think the P4 took that out. Yeah. Oh, we'll give 3-5 credit. They did not give up the ground that they had. What is this medium doing? Holy shit, Caparzo's doing what I do. I feel like this medium is in a very aggressive spot right now. This medium is in a very aggressive spot with their medium still alive too. And a Lux up. Yeah, like everything. Who's gonna get the kill? Oh, Rofs missed. See, That's a huge misplay right there. That's a huge misplay by that tank. There's no reason for that ROFS tank to be pushed up that far. Just play back here. That's all you need to do if you're ROFS, is to play back in this line with that medium. That is just a waste of a medium, especially in the first 15, like less than 15 minutes into the game. Okay, so they do have decent Gary network. A red zone, which I still don't agree with. If you're gonna have a red zone, that's actually not a bad red zone spot. I would have preferred one back here, or even somewhere non-commonly found, like somewhere right there, the red-blue line. Because you know 3-5 is gonna have a garrison like somewhere right here, and somewhere right here, and maybe map edge right over there. You know 3-5 is gonna have a Gary there. They just can't win these wheat fields. Probably should be an MG where Muss is at. I don't know why Muss is up there with a rocket, but let him cook, I guess. What am I streaming? Ruffs already should still be hitting like in this area, in my opinion. It's just hitting main road, or at least hit this house right up there. Hit that broken house. Rum, I love you, but like, this is a pretty bad bombing run in my opinion. I get you trying to get the Gary. Like, I get it. You're trying to get this garrison. That really only works if you guys basically clear this wheat field and you clear this wheat field. And, like, they're running to the red, not in the red. A north-south one from, like, right here to here would have been a little bit better. I just don't agree with that garrison, to be honest, because they're just going to turn around and rebuild it within, 2 minutes and they're fine. Once they already have supplies there too. I still don't like that 76 position. I don't agree really with taking the 76 down there. If your axis, yes, take your, like if your axis, like if you're 3-5 and like there's no threat to bring, your Tiger to this way, you do that 100% of the time. I think ROFS is taking their tank to help clear this out, which is, obviously it's a team call out. But just don't move up any more than you have to. Because, okay, there is a Tiger there, but the P4 is still up. The Tiger knows that a 76 is there. Now the 76 is kind of like in a rough spot because he probably can get side penned by the P4 at this point. And yes, 3-5 is going to bring up the Tiger to challenge the 76. This is a very smart play, that 3-5. I would honestly bring that Tiger up there, but I think he might have a cross on him. I'm just going to zoom up a little bit. No garrison down. All right, I'm just going to be very critical of ROFS right here. I don't know why H's OP is basically on top of this garrison, 700 meters away from the action. S's OP could be placed a little bit better. Probably should be placed right here. I don't know why P's OP. Like, I don't want to be like shitting on ROFS this entire time. Because I get it. Like, I just feel like you should have dedicated one or two more squads to map edge, because they're just getting, they're not winning their engagements, or kind of just barely holding their own. The only reason why they haven't gotten overrun yet is because they have to run basically in the open to some degree. But at the same time, like, all this is getting fucked right now. And that's basically, I mean, and like just how spread apart everybody was, that's how 3-5 really got it. They basically got in hard cap, took out the on point spawn points. Rofs actually set up decently for a recap, if I have to be honest. Still pretty early. Oh, look at this, dude. This is what I fucking love to see. An MG that had a barricade built for him. Worshippers of Death just hiding in a bush. Like, this is fine. Wish it wasn't an SL, but like, that's fine. You're killing people so your troops can advance. Like, that's a fine way of playing in a bush. Turner goes down. I'm surprised there. He went down a lot this game. Assume the Artie's gonna start backing up for Rofs. Again, this is a very aggressive spot for your 76 to be in. I kind of get it. You want to get him the hard cap, get him that cap weight, which is still fine. Okay, he is backing up, but oh, he's gonna engage a Puma. I think that's coming behind him. Is that a P4? Okay, it is. I would have just stuck on this side of the plane, just going back and forth. Maybe they know that the 70 their Tiger's down, and then he's can play a little bit more aggressively. But now he's left alone. Only thing that's helping him is Artie. Map edge is still kind of fucked. Your Rofs. Is that a recon OP behind them for Rofs too? Where Puppy and Kiwi are at? Like, dude, this is really good by 3-5 right there. Holy shit. Like, Rofs should have just dedicated more guys to help this, but I know Rofs will get this cap back. Oh god, look at that raw ricochet. Yeah, so Rofs will just, you know, basically manhandle their way back. They will get the cap back. Just recon, contesting the point. Artie should be on pizza slice. Yeah, Artie should have been on. I feel like, I mean, we don't know their callouts, but yeah, Artie should have been on pizza slice helping them out. But at the same time, it's like, you know, these guys are also getting fucked too. Why are there two? Rob's gonna hate me after this, dude. I'm not casting a game for Summon next season. I already know it. Robs, I'm gonna say this as nice as possible. What the fuck are these two tanks doing up here in the open? All it takes is like an AT gun to be built right here, and maybe a Tiger somewhere, and these tanks are dead. Like, I get they're in the open, they're not gonna get satcheled or anything, but like, come on. Is that a okay? That is a medium. Dark Knight is a fucking ballsy son of a bitch right now. Unfortunate that that rocket didn't pen. Both those rockets don't pen. That's fucking unlucky. Like, if anything, take one of these 76s down this road with this medium, just go to town. Like, push the fuck out of Pizza Slice. Get this back. This is the most important asset on this entire point. push down here with 2 SLs, maybe like 6-7 total people, 2 tanks, you'll take this point. Like, you'll take this. It's very hard to overcome that if you're 3-5 with 2 tanks pushing you. They'll probably dedicate more people from over here to come this way and help and support you, but they're probably going to get wiped out. Obviously, you know, that probably didn't happen this match, but I just don't like seeing tanks in the middle of the fields unless they're moving up. Again, like, it's 3 infantry versus like a whole squad, but like you can somewhat manage that, in my opinion. On point, it's just getting already the shit from both teams. Rof's already hitting right here for some reason. 3-5 just seemed that they dedicated their resources a little bit more. Where is this tank going? I hope this tank kind of parks right here. I think that would be a fine spot for it. Oh, I think there's a tank in the middle of the road. Is that a dead tank? I think it might be a dead tank. That tank is playing so fucking aggressive. Yeah, see, this tank's getting shot in the ass by something. Yeah, 2 ATs. Like, that's... You're just playing way too aggressive. You didn't clear out your, like... Oh, where's the map? Okay. Tank's right here. He's getting shot by guys right here. I don't know why this OP's not lit up, but... There's 4 OPs on point. No garrisons here. J-Squad should have built one to over here. Somehow this Gary is up again. This looks like shit, to be honest, if you're Rofs. Have a Gary over here. This is what I mean, like, you need like a backup Gary over here. You always kind of want a backup Gary, if I feel like, for your midpoint. That's how I would usually play it. Sometimes it depends, obviously, on point layout. Cattle Sheds is anything like Piers or AA Battery, I think this is called, or Dugout Barn or Dugout Battery. I think this is the point. Whenever you get Cattle Sheds, like, Cattle Sheds is such an ass point to defend, dude. It's very bad offset. I just feel like cleaning up the back, some of the Gary networks would help Ross out a lot. So they're starting, you know, they're starting to dedicate more resources here, which is good. That's what you like to see. Sipo, okay, so Dark Knight. I don't know if he's gonna get on our rocket. See, like, that's just bad timing there by Sheepo, but that shouldn't have never happened. In my opinion, like, that tank shouldn't have not been in that position. He would not have died. You really can't also in that position if once Caparzo gets out of his map. Oh shit, I didn't pause it. I'll come back to that once I'll talk about it right here, I think. Like, this tank in that position, you really can't see too much anyways. Like, you can see like this way right there. Like, this is going to block your line of sight, so you get to see that. So it's like, it's just not the best position to be in. You don't get to see that much. You can get snuck on easily. Like, a guy could be waiting in the wheat field and shoot you in the side if you're not properly angled. Medium tank, good position, backing up, letting his infantry move in. Honestly, shooting your smoke rounds too would also help out a little bit. I think Caparzo's trying to find the garrison on the admin cam right now. Bunch more people spawn back. Rof's in great position. Taco Flap unfortunately does die there. About to call awake. Can you call in like 10 minutes? I'm almost done with this game. I'm gonna skip a little bit more. if it loads. Is this where Ross loses his point? No, they recover. See, these are good. This is like good position for these tanks to be in. These are the positions that you want the player tanks in if you're allies. I would say one more, like more where this tank is going. This is where shit is not going well for Rofs. They lose the border. Like, you can clearly see the guys up here in the north where Rum is at. Like, they lost this. Once you lose Pizza Slice, like, it's hard to recover. Artie is just going to start slamming the on-point Gary, and eventually 3-5 does cap it. But, like, dude, like, 3-5 has total control of this. They basically have the total control of the whatever 5 sector this is, and they have Pizza Slice, so they essentially have control of all this. For Pierre's farm, that's how you lose the point. I also wish some of these guys would have helped out the guys on the border with like a crossfire. Like, just like, you know, try to have someone hold this way while like maybe no comms and all them push out this way, help out the guys on the border. Also, I really wish Rofs would have airheaded behind the point. This is a huge kill right here. That's a big kill from Pagey. If Pagey stays alive and gets his OP down like behind them, like somewhere back here, he could really cause some damage, but I think he dies and get his OP wiped out. No, he actually survives. Gets Murphy's OP. Tell people to spawn on Pagey's OP and push back. Twiggy's body goes flying. Ra or 3-5 gets the cap. Like, dude. I'm pretty sure Rum tried to get a garrison behind them. It just didn't pan out. Just a little bit too slow on the draw. They did get a backup Gary eventually. But, like, once you're completely wiped out of this sector, it's just heartbreaking. And it's just like this kind of fighting the whole rest of the game. And like, you know, 3-5 slowly pushing to cattle too. They were a force. You know, bring up 2 tigers up here. It's very smart to do. It's just kind of like a slow defeat from there on out. Airhead's trying to come down. Obviously, it's pretty much desperation. 3-5 backs off the gas a little bit to secure the win, and that's going to be... We also had gardens. Yeah, I mean, like, you guys completely shut them out of trying to recap the point. I mean, this is a desperation play, obviously, by this 76, but a little bit too late. I also feel like I'm gonna go back to the map. I would say just before, I would say like maybe, I don't know. Where is fucking Caparzo bring up his map, dude? Alright. One thing that I like on Saint Marie du Mont with Pierce Farm SME, like when Rofs, I should go to a map that they had, like right here. How much? Okay, and maybe a little bit after they regained mid. I want to say, where's a map that I can look at? Okay, not when they lose it. It was like somewhere after they just took it. Sorry, my hand's kind of, I have to readjust my mouse. All right, right here. All right. So like, okay, they actually didn't lose Boulder at this time. I think it was actually like right around here. Yeah, when they still had this medium up. Like, this is not bad if you're Rofs. Like, obviously this garrison's going down. If they just send maybe one of these squads on point to help over here with this tank, just send the airhead over here. You're probably going to get it off. I just feel like an airhead play would have surprised 3-5. I know Gentle's probably playing like back here or something, but like I feel like teams need to start like especially the 49v49 teams experimenting with airheads more. Like you saw it work out for MERC to some degree. Now they didn't cap the point with that airhead, but like it made the EXO front line like back up. You know, you got to put some sort of pressure on St. Marie Dumont because eventually a team's just gonna push into Pierre's farm. That's just how that point works, especially if you're Germans. But yeah, that is this, and now we get to go to this stuff, boys. It is time. It is time. Oh boy, Dunny, you're free to call at this point. I just gotta make sure my Discord is okay. Oh man. But yeah, power rankings, ladies and gents. Here we go. I'm gonna start off with my headset's dying. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh, look who decided to call. What's up, Dunny?
Yo, can I help rank these things, dude?
Oh my god. Well, I already pre-made them.
You can screen share with me so I can watch.
Yeah, give me a second. Hold on.
Oh,
All screen windowed.
now we're talking, baby.
Hold on. Hold on. All right, do you see that?
Oh, do I see that?
All right.
It's loading. Oh yeah, I see it. All right, let's get it.
All right. Okay. Are you ready for the first team in the 30s? We're gonna start off with 30s, then 35s, and then go to the 49 full team format. Are you ready?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even tell you one team in the 30s, but let's get it.
All right. The first team, I have Rage. I just casted for them. They're actually 2-0 in their division or 3-0 in their division, so I have to put them up there. I think they're in D8. So yeah, I have Rage. And then right behind them, I have on top is TRR. They're undoubtedly probably the strongest team in that division. Lots of ex HLE guys in there, so they're pretty experienced. So I have them at number 1 in the D8.
Nice.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, sounds about right to me.
All right. In D7, I have SUDT at number 2. I think they're just 1-0. I don't think they've played a second or third week game yet. I just have them in there just because they've won or they were in TPL Light finals last year, but
Right.
and then I have 11th in D7 because they are also undefeated.
Undefeated, yeah.
But yeah, that's what I have. Very
That's
unfamiliar with the 30, but yeah. All right, 35s in D6, right? Yeah, D6. RZN. And then on top of them, I have SAP, who I think they're both of them are undefeated, but are playing in week 4, so in 2 weeks. So that's going to be a good game for the 35s division. I think SAP is a little bit better because they just seem to be the better team right now. Maybe we'll see when they play, but yeah, that's what I have for 35s. Okay, I gotta make sure I get the right team. All right.
Are you putting these on, like the logos?
What?
Are you putting the logos on this or what?
Oh, I have to like individually like share it with you. Hold on.
Oh, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
Hold on. There you go. To some degree. You see him?
Nah, you entered the thing.
Oh, I reopened it. Hold on. Let me change my thing real quick. Hold on.
Ooh, ooh.
Now do you see the
Oh yeah, I see it now.
all right. In D6, I have 11 ID. 20 seconds / 4 ID, not 11 ID. I don't know why I said 11 ID. They just beat ANZR, which is, you know, I think one of the top teams in that division. They do have one loss, and that's to First, who is number 1 in D5 in my opinion. First are undefeated. So I have those two teams, and they've won. First beat them 3-2 in a close match. So I have them. All right, are you ready for the top 12?
Oh, dude, I was born ready. Let's get it.
All right, hopefully I picked the right team. Number 12, I have 9PZ.
All right.
I want to, from here on out, I'm including at least one team from each division. So 9PZ is going to be the top team in Division 4. That's what I have.
Who else is in D4?
D4, let me pull it up real quick on my phone. In D4, I'm pulling it up. I don't have it exactly on my phone. Live updates, go there. I have right now the top team in D4. Okay, it's not loading for me. Hold on. Let me go on my PC. Top team currently in D4 is I think 9PZ, but they also have... Okay, I guess it's not loading. Is broken. But the other teams in D4 are SAS, 1 SBS, 34th, and Pathfinders. 34th unfortunately dropped out, so they are out of this equation. But I don't think SAS has won a game yet, and Pathfinders I think might be 1-1 or 0-2 as well. I'm not exactly sure. I wish this would, you know, actually do something. But yeah, those are the teams also in D4. But so I had 9PC on top.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And then in D3, I have 101A. 101A is in the division with 21st Spam, who dropped out. 508, I have no idea if they dropped out or not, but if not, they have yet to win a game. And TFMC, who are actually right behind them as far as record. So it's going to be interesting to see 101A and TFMC play, unless they played this past weekend, but I wasn't really paying attention. That's what I have for 11 and 12 for those two rankings. Do you agree with those?
Oh, 100%.
Number 10, I have WRTB. It's kind of a surprise. I love the
They just beat they just beat someone.
They just beat 9 May 4-1. They almost 5-0'd them, but the reason why I have the number 9 is because they lost the team who is in number 9 right now, who is LEP. They lost to LEP last week 3-2 in that matchup, so I have to give LEP their flowers. LEP have actually improved over the past, I would say, you know, year as a team. They've gotten a lot better, in my opinion. Then number 8 is actually a team that's not even in TPL. I have KRRC.
They just win that British League or whatever?
They beat LEP on Carentan this past weekend from the paper stream. I watched that. It was actually a fun game. Went back and forth a few times, and KRC just pulled that one out, so I have them at number 8. Do you agree with that or no?
I mean, with all the divisions and shit, it's so hard to rank things, but
Yeah,
I mean, the list looks pretty decent for right now.
yeah. I have to give KRC their flowers. They did beat LEP, and LEP did beat WRTB, so I have to give them obviously some props there. But at number 7, I have ROFS, who have dropped in the rankings after a loss to 3-5. They also heard that they lost some players as well, so sucks to have them drop, but obviously, you have to win to either stay where you are or move up. And then above them, I have 3-5.
Yep.
3-5 honestly improved a lot since the last time I seen them play, so props to them. They played a really good match against ROFS. Didn't really give up any sort of ground whatsoever, just gained ground slowly from ROFS. Number 5.
Yep. EXO.
I have EXO. Now, EXO being 0-2, they still, I think would beat 3-5 and ROFS. Oh, Rum's in the chat. God damn it. We lost a player. I know you, Rum. I know you lost some people. It's okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be offensive, but, I have to give 3-5 their flowers. It is what it is. But yeah, EXO, I just have it 5. I think, they would probably beat everyone below them. Obviously, they lost to MERC 4-1. They did lose to 6 3-2 in the, I'd say 6 kind of dominated that match, but it's going to be interesting how they respond against Taco and Legion later on in the season. 4, I have MERC. I can't really put them above number 3, which is Legion. Obviously we'll see where those teams play out this weekend, depending on how each team looks. We'll see. Maybe they move up to 2 or 3, depending on who wins and what fashion. What do you say about that?
I mean, I agree. I would just, I don't know. It's really early in the season, so.
Yeah, it kind of got fucked up with week 2 being, half the games being canceled and rescheduled, so.
Yeah, it's 2 Taco, 1 6.
Yep, Taco would be number 2, and that means 6 would be number 1. Now, fun fact, 6 have never lost to Taco ever, so 6 are probably going to stay at 1 until they pretty much lose, but it kind of depends on who loses and who wins. But I just have 6 probably being the favorites right now overall to win D1. So this is my list. I think it's probably the best list I've ever done. I think it's the most fair out of any of the lists. I don't think there's any controversy whatsoever in this. Someone said 101A should be higher. 101A is D3. There you have it. They could have been D2 if they decided to go to D2. Just ran through 21st 5-0. I mean, congrats on winning 5-0. That's, it's a huge, but
The EXO could have pulled that same move and go in D2 and be at top of the D2 leaderboards right now. So 101A staying where they are is fine.
But yeah, I mean, again, this we still have to wait for this next coming weeks, which is the rescheduled week 2 game. So we obviously have to see how those play out. That's why I have week 2.5 out of 3 or 2/3 because 21st not even on the list. Yeah, because 21st lost 5-0. I'm not going to put them top 12.
I thought that was a new clan.
21st?
No, week 2/3.
Donnie, you're so dumb.
Dude, I've just been playing nothing but Kingdoms Come Deliverance too.
I know you have.
Game.
Are you still hungover from the Super Bowl?
Nah, I'm feeling good. Feeling great.
It's good.
That's a respectable list a week. I think it is a decent list.
I think it's the best list I've ever made. But yeah, I'm gonna stay live for another 2 minutes. People can talk about stuff in the chat if they want, but in 2 minutes I'm gonna be ending the stream here and getting ready to go to bed then. But any last words, Donnie, before we head off?
No, I'm about to just, hop back on Kingdom Come and just start coming in my kingdom. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Well, it was good talking to you, dude. I wish you
Yep.
a good night with your Kingdom Come. But
Oh, baby, I'm coming. All right, I
okay,
love you.
have a good one, Donnie. That was Donnie, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, I think this is the best list I've ever made so far. I think it's the most fair. I think the most exciting game, obviously, this upcoming in the next few weeks would be obviously Legion and Merc, but also for 35s, SAP and RZN would be, I think, a good one to watch if you want to watch some good 35s play. I think that's going to be a fun match to watch as well. TRR and Rage will be a good match to watch too once those two teams play, but yeah, in about 30 seconds here, I'm going to be ending the stream. I wish you guys all a good night. Thanks for watching and watching this entire 2+ hour stream. I can't believe I went this long. Yeah. You guys can also join in on the map, because I have it in the description. You guys can also join in, like call me during, like when I do like breakdowns of maps, if you're one of the two teams playing. I don't want to be spammed with calls. Please, if you're gonna like call me, message me first on Discord. My DMs are open, but yeah, but we'll wish you guys all a good night. I'm gonna head out of here, and I'll see you guys later this weekend. I'm not streaming any games on Saturday unless it's Saturday night, so I'll just let you guys know that I'm not doing any morning or afternoon games. So I might not be able to do Legion Merc if I get picked for that if it's on Saturday. But other than that, everybody, I wish you guys a good night. Thanks for watching once again. Bye.